I'm Declan. I'm one of the software engineers at Lupa, and today I'm going to show you the marketing app that we have within Lupa. So this is an app to basically help you communicate with your clients at scale. So some people call this a CRM, which stands for Customer Relationship Management. In the marketing app, you can see there's sort of two bits to it. So we've got the campaigns, which is sort of when you actually send the communication to the clients. That could be email, it could be WhatsApp, even have AI phone calls. And I've got the audiences, which is when you segment your clients that you have into groups based off the information we have of them within Lupa. The first place to start is always creating an audience, right? Because you need to think, who am I going to send this stuff to? So we've got an example here of a dental clinic. So this is what we want to do is we want to send an email to say, you've not had a dental checkup. Please get a dental checkup and come visit our clinic. So within this audience, we've got the pets, which is the list of people who match the filter. So we've got some photos here, which is the services that we're given. So we can see the photo we've got here is that the dental services, there's not been a dental service given within the last 1 year. And there's many other things you can photo. You can photo whether they've actually had a service, if you want to do a follow-up later on, or they've had a product. You can look at the patient as well. So you can check whether they're a dog, a cat, a horse, a cow, whatever. You can choose their sex, their nutrition status, and then photo based on that. You can also do it based on health plans. You can do it based on the client information. You can do it based on appointments. And yeah, so there's many ways to segment your clients and your pets. Although the filters are mostly based on the animal, what the animal's done, the client is also very important, right? Because we're only going to send one email to the client. If they have multiple pets that match the filter, then we're going to make sure we only send one email. And also the comms preferences the clients have. So some people under GDPR might say that they don't want to receive marketing emails, or they might say that they only want to receive legitimate interest, right? So, and then that's very important. So we respect that within this app. So once you've saved your audience, you can then create a campaign for that audience. So you need to give the campaign a name. So let's call it dental checkup. And then you can choose what communication method you want to send it to. So we'll send an email campaign here, but then you can also choose AI call or WhatsApp, as I mentioned earlier. And then once you've chosen your communication method, you can then set what's going to be the content of the thing that you send. So let's call this dental checkup. And then within the message, you can do whatever you like. So you can, style your text. You can make it bigger or smaller. You can make it bold, italics, whatever. You can add placeholders, right? So you can say, I'm going to put the client name in the email, and then depending on who receives it, this will be a different value in each email. And then we've got a whole ton of these. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show something a bit more fancy. So you can add an HTML block. You can ask AI to build it, and it will make something that looks quite pretty. So in the HTML block, I've made one earlier that I asked AI to generate for me. So I put that in here, and then you can save this, and you can preview what your email will look like. And then once you've decided what the email is, you can then press next, and then you can choose the audience that's going to be in your email. So in this case, because I clicked save on this audience, it's pre-selected the one that I made in the audience, but you can choose whatever you like. If you select more than one audience, that's perfectly fine. We will just send one email, even if someone matches in two audiences. It doesn't matter. We'll just receive one email. And then you can choose when the campaign will be sent. So you can either send it in the future, or you can send it right now, email. So you can see 451 people will receive this email, and there was 456 people in the audience, but 5 people, their marketing preferences under GDPR did not match. So they, for whatever reason, they've said they don't want to receive emails from you for marketing, so got to respect that legally. So that's what's coming on here. You can also check this box if it's an essential communication, like if it was a drug recall, for example, you want to everyone who's had this product recently, want to tell them, oh, you got this product, you need to come back to clinic, then this would be a way to do that. This would override the marketing preferences they have. You can then press next, and then you've got a wee preview at the end to see what's gonna be sent. And when you're happy with this, you can click create campaign, and then the email will be sent to everybody. After the campaign has been created, you can then look at some analytics of how it did, how it performed. So if I click on this one that was sent in the past, analytics for this campaign, you can see who received this email, who and whether they interact with the email. So in this case, no one clicks on it because it's from our demo account. So none of these people are real emails, and this is why 89 of them bounced as well, right? Because they weren't actually real emails. But in a real life campaign, we would send it to real people, and then you would see have they clicked on the email, have they opened the email, and then this gives you a sense of the engagement. And if it has bounced, then you know that you've probably got the wrong email for that client, which is useful information. So that means you should probably try to contact them some other way and then get an updated email. Because I hope that's helpful, and I hope you can use this to sort of drive engagement on your clinic.